Thank you so much for this opportunity because I will call it an opportunity. If someone calls you to come and talk to people, to come and meet people, let them learn from your experience, a very good thing. And kudos to you and respect. Even when I joined this morning, I was like, who is the moderator? Who is even voicing? Then I will now say, it's Flora. Wow, that's really cool. Keep up the good work. I think that biology, we need to add another thing to it. So that
Thank
was,
you.
we are going to talk about that one later. So it's a
Thank
very
you.
good one. Keep up the good work. And to Johnson, well done. Kudos to you. Thank you for influencing people on the right path and giving back to your community because it's after out of giving because if we have so many people that have this opportunity, but they could not look back. Though it's not their fault, many people are busy, but at the same time, out of your busy schedule, you still find a way to give out to the society, and that's a very good one. So
Yeah.
you and your household. So
Thank
I
you,
want to talk
guys.
about the experience that we had, and so far we have been and where we are now and where we are still going. Number one, it is by grace, but at the same time, hard work is included. Hard work is the first thing before grace can now push you. Do you understand? So I could remember anytime I want to give a speech, I usually tell people about something, which is my own watchword from when I was small. Believing in yourself is the first secret to success. So if you believe in yourself that you can do it, definitely you will do it. No matter the witches in your family, no matter the witches in your environment, believe in yourself and pray to God that God, I'm pursuing this, let it come to pass, let me be able to achieve it, and you will achieve it. I'm here telling you my story, and I've seen it works for a lot of people as well because they believe in themselves that they can do this. Do not let anybody push you. If someone is pushing you, go and do this, go and do that. If you are trying to do it and you're not believing in yourself that, oh, this is what I can do, and you are following crowd, you might not be able to achieve something at the end of the day. So that is number one thing I would like to tell us. And about the passion, I can remember when I was small, I love science, and at the point while I was in my under no when I while I was in my secondary school, let me just say I'm the best of my in my school. But at the same time, being the best, people were like, "Oh, go and study medicine. You have to study medicine. You can do this." This thing is not funny because my family member they had to call me in the middle and tell me, "Oh, Mariam, you have to study medicine." My principal called me, "You have to study medicine." All my school teachers say you have to study medicine. So when I got home, then I now visualized myself. I was like, how I'm not that good in biology. So if I want to study medicine, that means I'm going to have a problem. So I was like, oh, what do I love most? So I now realize I love mathematics and chemistry the most. That no matter what I'm facing, even if I do not read chemistry, if I do not read mathematics, I know the logic, I know the formula, I know how to go about it. So I had to just think about it. Oh, let me just pick one between this one. I was like, if I study chemistry, I'll be able to work in industry. And I've been behind this oil company since while I was small. I like oil and gas, all these things. So I now talked to one of my uncle, and the uncle now said, "Oh, it's good to study chemistry, and at the same time, instead of you to study pure chemistry, you can at the same time study maybe industrial chemistry or biochemistry." I said, "Uncle, I do not like biology, so I cannot study
Yeah.
biochemistry." So how is that one related to what I want? So uncle now said, "Okay, you can study industrial chemistry." I'm the one that I push myself that, oh, I want chemistry. So I now seek advice from people that had experience more than me that, oh, this chemistry I'm studying, is it quite okay? And there is another thing I can see add to it that it should be a better thing for me. And in the nearest future, I'll be able to pursue my careers and goals. And uncle said, oh, you can study industrial chemistry. So it's just something that I never and ever regretted my journey because I've faced a lot about pursuing me to study medicine. Some even say even if you cannot study medicine, study nursing, or you can study a pharmacy. I said, let me study chemistry. Say, oh, why will you study chemistry? But to God be the glory. It's the same chemistry that brought me to United States of America. So, and it is something that I know I can do, and I'm doing it. And based on what they ask us to share there is about how our friendship, how we got into the same school, how we have the same opportunity. It was quite amazing for a lot of people. They were like, "Oh, how is that possible? Are you sure? Are you real? Is this? Are you sure you are both going to the same school?" So back then in 20, I don't think I remember very well again, maybe 2014 or 2013, we were both,
That's around 2013, 2014, when
yeah.
we joined Youth Advocacy for Children Foundation. Yeah. That's in
So
SS1.
yeah, so we went for a scholarship program that time, and it's from different schools. We are not in the same school, but it's the same time. So we are opportune to be part of the scholars in that foundation. So and then we were being coached from SS1 to SS3. So that's why we met. And at SS3, we were to choose our career. So eventually, both of us, and I think including one other person, we both study the same course. We're like, want to study this, want to study everybody, but at the same time you see that, oh, these are the people you are studying the same thing, you have the same perspective with. Then we more moved to FUOYE. And what motivated us to choose FUOYE, it was because of one of our senior, that the senior, she got admission on merit. It was like, oh wow, you can do it, you can do it. So that was what inspired us. So when you're seeing some people,
Yeah, that is why sometimes in life, so sorry, Miriam, it's actually good to have someone you can be looking up to. Because I think that's one of the things that really help us a lot in this journey. The moment we see someone succeeding in one particular area and we are moving toward that same path, so we try to look up to that person like, oh, for this person to have achieved this, definitely we must get this thing. So we see everything, that everything is possible if someone can achieve it. So that's one thing that actually help us during our time when we are pursuing our goals together, since we have the same mindset. And actually good. Like what I would just say here before we have continue, just that try to have someone that you have the same dream with. If you want to like check the circle of friends that you have, you can have other friends that have different goals. But if you have a major goal that you're trying to pursue, I will advise that you should just try to have someone that can have the similar or like related goal together, so that you'll be able to be moving at the same pace at the same time, because these things are not easy. Sometimes doing it alone is not easy, because sometimes you can be frustrated, you might be tired, all those kind of things. So I think that was what make us to be together up to today, because we have similar goals that we are trying to achieve at the same time. She's trying to study chemistry and want to study chemistry as well. We saw a senior that got a admission on merit going to this same school. Like, okay, wow, I would love to go to this school and have someone that actually have the same mindset. Then we started moving together. So they're not like some people I even say maybe there's a charm behind our success together. There's no charm anywhere. We don't know anybody from nowhere, and we are achieving everything at the same time. So that's what. So yeah, we can continue actually.
so thank you. So that time that we got to FUOYE, we the senior that even inspired us at the point, she when we got to FUOYE, there are some things that happened that we're like, oh, you inspired us, but you're not doing well in school. And at the point, I could remember we are reading something like GST and course, it's a general course. You know, GST, when even if you read from morning to evening, if they are going to give you F, they will still give you. But at the same time, those seniors started discouraging us that, oh, stop reading GSC. Why will you be reading GSC? Why this? Why that? But with that, we're like, we saw you that you are at the top when we like you inspired us to come to this school. But at the same time, when we got here, we are looking forward to being a top student. Like even to have a very good GPA because we know where we are coming from. So we're like, even if other people did not read GST, we'll try and read it. So at the same time, we sat down, we read together, and we face a lot of challenges. And another thing I want you to
Yeah.
believe today now is that something also inspired us to have the first class. Something inspired us. It's something that we were like to it helping us now because then in our foundation, let me just tell you a quick story. If it's based on your grades, you will be paid. They used to because the foundation is from SS1.
Yeah.
They sponsor us from SS1 to SS3. Though we attended public school, in Ilesha town. So it is through that public school that we got the foundation, and the foundation is for public schools stuff. So by the time we got to university, they told
So if
us
you're
if we
on this
have a
call and you're in, like you graduated from, like you finished from a public school, so it means your background doesn't define who you are. You can
exactly
have a poor background and why you fly all over the world.
exactly the
So
point.
don't let that be a limitation to where you can go in life.
So by
If
the
you share our story with you, like you will be amazed that okay, this kind of people can actually be here today. So
so
background is not the
background
proper
are not
definition to
defined.
who you are.
Yeah. So by the time we got to
Yes.
the university and they said, hey, if you're on first class, you'll be receiving 300,000. Was it three? No, 250,000. If you're on second class, you'll be receiving 200,000. So if you are on third class, you will not be receiving anything. And if that happens twice, you'll be out of the foundation. My sister and my brother, everyone is looking for money. It's not about the money alone. They are building our future, but at the same time, they tie us with something that you know that, oh, if I'm able to achieve this, I will be able to get this in school, do this, do that. You want to pay your school fees and you don't want to be left out of the school. So you know where you are coming from, that, oh, I'm from this background. If I have this, I'll be able to, or I'll be able to lessen the burden of my family. They'll be able to focus on other things instead of my education. So we started reading this book. Because, and another thing is that it's because we love what we are doing. So we
2,000
put
is not a
in
joke,
more
oh.
effort. So if you see our result is shaking, like if our result is out, we'll be the first person to go and meet all those our lecturers that, oh, we want to check our results because we know what we are looking forward to. So we're like, oh, we must not leave this for Slazo. We must not leave this for Slazo because we don't want to leave the foundation number one. Number two, we don't want that 50,000 naira to come up from our money. That 50,000 naira then it was something. So we're like, so the way we are living in school, most people did not even know, oh, they are from this background because they think maybe we are from a rich family, the way we do live, the way we do things. So, and then I think something that helped us then is that at a point we started doing things together, like putting on the same clothes, wearing this. And to me, then what I say about it is that when two people are together and it happens and it's still happening when two people are together, if you are sharing, you want the same goal and you want to achieve the same thing and you are living together, there are certain things that your friend will be doing and you'll be envy. Be like, oh, she bought a new clothes, she bought this, she bought that, and that can limit the friendship that you people are building. So just to in that part, just to waive all those habits, we started putting on the same thing so that what someone else will not be like, oh, you will not be envy or you will not be doing this, doing that. We fought a lot. Up till now we are still fighting, so we fought a lot. Not that we don't fight, there is not smooth thing, but at the same time we have something we are pursuing. We don't let that deter our success, so we keep on being who we are and facing, like, we want people to look at the end of the time, at the end of the day, people be like, oh, your biography and lives after you. That's when you leave this world. So there will be a point in life that when you grow old and you leave the world, people can never forget your footprints, what you've already built when you were still on earth. And that was part of the thing we are trying to do, just to let people know, oh, this is how you can do it, and by doing this, doing that, that doesn't mean you cannot achieve success. You being from a poor background doesn't mean you cannot achieve a success. So, and you have a partner that you are pursuing the same dream, that you have the same
Miriam,
vision.
sorry, I need to cut you here. You have 2 minutes more.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
I'm
thank you.
enjoying.
Yeah, thank you. So that is basically the what is there between both of us. So we have the same dream, pursuing the same thing, and at the point, you want to get tired, and if you have someone that can cheer you up, oh, you can do this, let's do this, we can do this, we can do that, so you are going to
Because
move
I can
forward.
remember sometimes when we are in school, when we are reading, one might be tired, one might want to sleep. The other person say, "No, don't sleep. Yeah, wake up. You have slept enough. Yeah, this, that one. Have you do this? Have you done that? There's one application we need to do even after graduation. Have you submitted your application to this school? Have you done this? Have you done?" So we always like have each other bags, try to remind each other, try to push each other. So that I'm saying sometimes it's actually good. Our own method might not work for you, but we are just sharing our own what have worked for us and what's still working for us. Is like trying to get each other back, encourage each other when someone is tired. If you are already weak in this aspect, we try to push you up, all those kind of thing. So having like someone with a similar goal together is actually a good one for us to advise you. So that's actually.
And here we are today. We are in the same school, the same department, from the same FUOYE. Since we have
Mariam
been
and Toyin, please just go ahead. You have more time.
okay.
Oh.
Because I want to say, are you cheating out on our time? Because I don't think we've spent 15 minutes.
Honestly, trust me, also enjoying your story. I'm like, it's so
So
good.
we have been together, let's say maybe since 2013. So going to like did I okay 2013. That's
So
like
that's like 12 years.
yes. And
Yeah, 12 years.
we are doing things bit by bit. Oh, when we leave the same secondary school, the same FUOYE, we try to do this. And after we leave FUOYE, we do not leave ourselves. We try to do connection, do this. Let's talk to these people. Let these people advise us. Let's do this. Let's do that. And we don't hide information that you hear something that can be of help to your community or you can be of help to people. It's not only I and I that we are friends. We have some other people that we are colleagues, that we are friends. But at the same time, if you are seeing things in this way and another person is seeing it in another way, it might not work for all of you. But at the same time, if you have someone that you are seeing it in the same way, it actually works. And that's why people think it is a charm. It's not a charm. We have friends that we are pursuing. We have the same, that we are in the same chemistry, but different. We have different goals. By the time we leave school, that's when we know who each and every one of us is, what we want to become. So we now try to use that to just be like, we want this to be a success. And one thing I love about us is that if we do not achieve the success, we will not rest. I can remember when we first applied for school, that was in 2022, that we first applied to one school, and they give us half, isn't partial scholarship that time. So we were like, that
Yeah.
means if they can give us this partial scholarship, that means we can get full scholarship like this. And we keep on and the work, sleepless nights, the day we will not sleep, the day we will not eat, the day we will be outside, mosquito biting us. But we after leaving school, imagine you're supposed to be living a soft life, but at the same time we're like, no, this is not our limit. We have to move forward. We have to do
I
this.
can even remember that time we cannot even spend our money, the little one that we are even earning. Miriam, we need to get our passport. We need to get this thing. We have to start saving. Even we have to join one AJO trip so that we can get money, so that we can go and register for our passport. We can all do this thing together. So I think the journey from the beginning to this point is sacrifice. In life, if you are pursuing anything, there is always a sacrifice you have to render. Because I know how much we focus on this thing, we pursue all those our goals, we are trying to achieve them and everything. Even a lot of people discourage us. It's not possible for you to get admission. You cannot get admission without GRE. Cannot get admission without English this in English exam. You cannot do this without having a proficiency, without having a publication. How we're like, oh God, what are we going to do right now? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? But it's like, okay, no, let us keep on applying. Let us keep on doing this. Even though we are actually working on some of the advice, but at the same time, we did not stop. We did not stop pursuing. We did not stop like going for the goal. So at the end of the day, it actually works for us. So sometimes you don't listen to too much negativity. Sometimes you can take people advice, then work on it, but don't let people discourage you in achieving like some certain things in life. There's nothing impossible if you do it in the right way. So that's another point I would like to add.
Yeah, if you do it in the right way. And before I begin the speech, I told you to believe in yourself, that you can do it. In as much you believe in yourself, and do not, like, another thing that people do made mistake is copying people. Like, be like, be original. Like, okay, I love chemistry, she loves chemistry. It's not that I love chemistry, she now love biology, but because of me she's studying chemistry. We won't achieve the success together. That's one thing I want you to know. So be original, be yourself. Do not be like, this because this person is studying this. If you didn't have capacity to do that, you can do another thing and you will succeed in it. That doesn't mean you cannot achieve your success. You're still going to achieve it, but with everything put hard work first, then pray to God to crown the effort. I used to tell people, they be like, there is, okay, I think my mother-in-law was telling me something yesterday. He said, in a gathering, they were praying, and the person was praying, Oluwajo Fumilo. I don't know if everyone on this platform understand Yoruba. Oluwajo Fumilowo, Oluwajo, do this for me, do this. And she now asked the woman that at the point, she now asked the woman, what are you even doing? Like, what's your job? The person now said, me only share. Like, shit, the money want to fall. If the money want to fall from heaven to the earth for God to give you money, so you did not have work, so you are just looking for a miracle. It's not that miracle does not happen, but at the same time, put in an effort. Then you cannot say, oh, I'm working towards this thing. So I was just laughing, and it happens. I just use that one as an example. So it happens. Some people will be expecting miracle. You cannot just be sleeping. I used to tell people, when you are sleeping and you are comfortable with your pillow and you want to achieve success, you are not ready. When there's a point that you will sleep. There is one time that we were reading and we were like, it is in Yoruba, we were like, and we were sleeping. We want to read though, we were sleeping, sayewo bàjẹ́, sayewo ni bàjẹ́ bye. Like, that kind of thing. Like, you be like, oh, I must do it, I must do this, I must do this. You don't want to fall from there. So that's it.
Don't cry, sorry.
So that's it. So at the same time, please know who you are, what you want, and when you seek advice from people, then build yourself. Be yourself. Do not copy anybody. Do not copy anyone. So be original. Like I used to say, in Nigeria, we used to use ChatGPT a lot, right, to write things. Here, they are the founder. They even know how to use the AI more than us. So when they use AI to write something, maybe they want to apply for school, they use AI, they will just send it directly to the maybe advisor. Immediately they see it like this, they already know it is AI, because you are not original about your work. So one thing they hate here, it is plagiarism. That means you are copying someone. So even if you are going to use AI, you use your brain with the AI. So at the same time, it's not that you just relent and be like, oh, you are lazy, you cannot do this, and you are waiting for the success. No, everyone that
Like being original aspect of it, like even though me and Miriam do things together, I don't know if you have anyone on this call have come across our statement of purpose anywhere, maybe online or anything. If you read the two statement of purpose, you see it's two different thing entirely. It's not the same thing. Even though we are even aspiring to go for the same this environmental chemistry while we are applying, then but we still have different story. Never that we do things together. So try to always be original, at least be different, be unique in your own way. That's very, very important. And these people that gave us admission at the same time, they didn't know us from anywhere. This is
we
US
were
and we are from
even shocked.
Nigeria.
We were like,
So they're
oh,
even
it's
shocked.
not
So
that. I
at
was
first,
like,
we're
one
even
day
thinking,
after we
even we
collect our
ourselves, we're even saying, Miriam, what if you got to Iowa and they told us, you only gave one of you admission? Why is the two of you here? Because then we have the same, like she has Toyin in her name, and my first name is Toyin, third name is Toyin. But I think, oh, it's not like they make mistake, because even we are surprised. Like, how can we get admission in the same school, the same department? That, like, this is really shocking. Like, it's one of the highest of it all. We have been achieving a lot of things together, all this, like in Nigeria, but achieving this at the same time in another country really is a great shock for everybody that know us, and even we ourselves, because we don't even believe it. Because it was like, what if we got to Ayola and said, oh my God, why are the two people here? We only gave one person admission, because we used to make that there, like that thing, like laugh over it, make a joke over it, like blah blah blah. Even a lot of people, like the one time we were trying to join one more group. So we charted the lady to at least add us to the group so that we can learn how to like ace our interview at the embassy. She added one person. The other person now messaged that again. I said, no, it's not possible. So I've already added you to the group. I cannot add you again. I said, no, this is my friend. That is not possible. It's not possible. Who does that? How
until we
can that
send
one be
our
possible?
I-20.
Two people from the same friend in the one same university. That's never happened before. I said, okay, we have to send our admission letter to this lady before she believe us. Up till now, she's still surprised about how two friends can get admission into the same school without knowing anyone. Not as if we get a slot that make us to make arrangement and they give us admission there. No. But I think what for us is this hard working, determination. We have the same goal and we are pursuing it, and we are all unique in our own different way. We are original in our own different way. We don't copy each other's story. Everybody have their own different story, but at least we do it even at the same like we use the same method actually, and the method we use now work for both of us. Even this first school that we got admitted into that gave us partial this scholarship, they both gave me and her admission at Illinois Institute of Technology, if I can still remember the school. They gave me and her admission. So almost the school that denied me, denied her, the school that got me admitted her. So it's actually surprising actually, but all God knows the best actually. Maybe it's destiny from God, but I believe our own effort to make it work. Even though God have destiny, this is how it's going to be. If you are sleeping, we are not doing anything. I don't think this one will work. Or maybe the other person is not doing anything. The other person is the only one working. Okay, maybe Toyi is not applying to school, and Mariam is the only one applying to school. I don't apply to Iowa. How can Iowa give me a post of admission? So our effort to help us in this journey, and we cooperate a lot, we fight a lot, if you see us fighting, you'll be shocked that how is this possible. So we are like cat and rat, but we are achieving things together. So no one will believe that, but this is who we are. So we are just unique in our own way, and we are achieving it at the same time. So if you are like looking after, oh, I like to be like these two friends, also be like, are you ready to face some challenges that we normally face together? So because it's not easy keeping friendship of 12 years all these years, and we have been living together, not as if we are living in a separate way. We stay together most of our lives. I can always say maybe like 1 year we stay separated, maybe for just 1 year out of that 12 years. So we stay together for good 12 years. So it is not easy, but with God on our side and our hard working, our efforts, we are where we are today. To the God glory.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah.
That was a lot. Jeez, I really
And if
learned.
there's
Okay.
if there's anything like maybe you want to know about the Mariam and Toyin that we have not shared, because we are trying as much as possible to like tell you how we did it, how we have been coming, like where we started, where we are. If there's anything people are like so curious to know about Toyin and Mariam, we are ready to answer, because a lot of have been like asking us questions. We answer questions every day, like every blessed day. You these people, how are you doing it? How even our parents are confused about our friendship. They used to say, ah, where did these guys met? We don't
A,
even,
sho-
they don't even
a
understand.
shocking thing was one time when I think we wanted to book our flight. So I now call my dad. Then I was like, no, myself and Tony want to book flights, want to do this. At a point, I said, Dad, they've already given us visa. I want to do. My dad was like, he's not even confused that maybe when they give back to us, maybe someone now pick one of us. Maybe
I can
like my
imagine
dad
that.
was confused. He was
So
still
it's a
shocked
shocking
at
thing,
that time.
actually.
Imagine. And he has known us for long, but when some things happen, he'd be like, just like, oh, it's like a
I think
miracle.
the highest one that shocked everybody is still US journey. Our US journey together really shocked everybody. And funny enough, we make sure that we book the same flight. We take off from Nigeria the same day, and we landed in US the same day. So that is just it, sha. I think we are just trying to just move at the same space, and God is not helping us with prayer and everything. Without our hard working, no one is relating. Everybody is working. One is not sleeping while other one is working. Everybody is working at the same time. We share idea, we share information, and we work on it, and we pray over it.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Miriam
much. Thank you so much.
and Toyin. That was really profound. There's something I would tell the audience. Find your good accountability partner. I think that helps as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
finding a good fight, they might not be in your field or anything like that, but they sure do help, because when somebody's about to give up, another person is there to rekind. Because one thing I know for sure is that two of you cannot be low at the same time. Even if peradventure you are low, one will kind of just find the strength and just pretend like they are not low in court just to help the other person. So you can't overemphasize the role of having somebody to go through that journey with you, not because you guys want to copy each other, but because you just want each other to help sharpen each other. And their story is so profound. Like, I remember when I saw, I was like, oh my god, these people still follow themselves here, same department and all that. And another thing they said that really resonates with me, that do not let your background dictate your narrative. You are in charge of the pen. write your chapter yourself. I remember the journey of me coming to the United States when I first had it then. When it came, I first joked, but one thing I knew is that no matter where I was, I knew that the eyes was on the go. Even when I remember my first interaction with a prospective PI was in my final year in school, no FUOYE, if you're a graduate of FUOYE, no network. And I was preparing for my final test as a final year student then. So you can imagine preparing to interact with a white for the first time in your life from Nigeria village, and then you're preparing for your final test that determine if you will graduate or not. So that day, like, I didn't let that limit me. It was not easy, I wouldn't say. It was a crazy one, but I survived. And look at the beauty today. I knew, like, I was already answering the goal of what next after school, right from my 300 level. I already knew, oh, I want to travel and all those things. And so don't let wherever you are. Yeah, sometimes if you are saying your dream, some people don't take it lightly, or they be like, it can't be possible. But you are the owner of your dreams. So you know what you can do. So don't let anybody trivialize it. Just when the results come, same people that trivialize your dreams would be there to celebrate you. I remember then when I always say, oh, I want to travel, da da da. So some people, maybe when I was scouting for accountability pattern, some people, they just take it with levity that, oh yeah, they like the idea of traveling, but they feel, is it possible? And I'll borrow a quote from Today on Okoya that says, it's possible to do great things from a small place. So yeah, it's possible for you to do that. You can soar high. And yeah, I don't want to repeat whatever they have said, but I'm just trying to amplify a lot of things that resonate with me in their story. There are a story of two friends that rose from grass to grace and see the beauty today, see how they are. And I know they are doing great in their PhD research, and we wish you guys the very best as well as you continue your journey. Keep telling your story. We love it. It's a real
Thank you,
one.
thank you.
It's a real
Yeah,
one.
Thank
Yeah.
yeah.
you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mariam
Thank you
and
so much
Toyin.
for
That was a
coming.
nice one. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks for your time.
you.
I
Yeah.
know it's very difficult to, get time for something like this with the kind of
Yeah.
works you guys are doing. So I would say thank you, and thank you again. And I wish you all success, going ahead with your research. We
Yeah.
expect great things from you guys.
Yes, so
So
yeah.
technically, I think I have one question. Taking a look at
Okay,
both
okay.
of your pictures, I wanted to ask who is Toyin, who is Miriam? Let's remove the hairstyle because you both look alike. At some point, I'm confused.
Okay, I think
Considering
we didn't
the
discuss about that. So sorry about that. That another
yeah,
look is challenging because I think we have four people that came in from Nigeria that we are
yeah,
studying the same course, even though we are from different schools. We just met after we got admitted. So we have to stay connected, like trying to see who to like prepare with, all those kind of things. So it's even of recent, they started identifying who is Toyin, who is Miriam. So I think that one aspect, I think we are not resemble each other a little bit by bit. So people are still confused about that. So let me say, we are both wearing glasses. Okay. So the one
okay.
with
Yeah.
so the one with how do you want me to even identify it?
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm just kidding,
No,
actually.
trust
I
me,
think
I can
I
recognize you guys.
I picked the voice. The thing is, I was still saying it while we were chatting yesterday that I just sent one message to one person because I believe you both are the same person. And I think I argue with Toyin when she messaged me the first time. I was like, no, you already reached out to me before. We spoke and you can't be sending. Then she said, no, that's her friend. Like, why are you guys bearing the same name, same department, same profile picture? I was like, you guys should not mess with my head. I mean, it's quite interesting, and I'm sure a lot of people have something they learn from this. Aside from friendship, collaboration, they also see the place of dedication and you putting your time towards what you want and you guys getting it. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.